Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to assemble a new scoop. As you can see on the top it says open this end. So we're going to open on this end. I'm just using a jackknife here. You could use a key, you could use any other knife. Anything kind of will work. Just cut it across and then cut the ends. Okay. Before we take it out of the box, you'll notice there are some pictograms on the top that show you how to remove it from the box. This is important because it makes the assembly process much easier. So we're just going to open this up. We're going to take out the instructions and so forth, and then we're going to flip it over upside down, make sure all the flaps are out, and then lift the top of the box off just like that. So I just wanted to point out one thing really quickly. In with the instructions are some user information here. Really take a few minutes and read this because it will make such a difference in the learning curve for you to get started scooping. Okay, so now we're going to unpack it. I'm going to turn it around because I opened it in the other direction and you wouldn't be able to see. And then we're going to just cut some of the tape here that's along here and lift this top off. And you'll see a lot of the things are taped to it. Now keep this styrofoam just to the side because it's going to help you in the assembly process. So I'm just going to take all the parts out right now. You'll see here's all your parts that you need and your tools. Put those to the side for the moment. And then let's take everything out one by one. Just cut the tape off of here. And take all your parts and just lay them out. You have two pedals, you have your base frame, your extensions to the base frame. Just take all of these, unwrap them, put them here, and then we'll get started. Okay, so the parts are packed in a blister pack. So you have two options. You have to either push them through, which is sometimes a little bit difficult, or just take a knife and cut the blister pack apart. So I'm going to take all these parts out and then we're going to assemble the base. Okay, so I've taken all the bolts out of the blister pack and you can see there's long ones, medium ones, and short ones. And then there are two tools, a larger tool and a smaller tool. So the next step of what we're going to do is assemble the base. That requires us to use the two medium bolts and the large tool. So the first step is to take one of the legs, extension legs, and it doesn't matter which side, they're swappable, and just slide them into the tube on each side. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to put the medium-sized bolts in. Just come over here, thread the bolts in, just enough to catch them. One on that side, one on this side. Okay. Then we're going to get a tool, this one, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, time to take the bolts, tighten the bolts. Here's the tool, turn it this way because you have a lot more leverage. Install it like that, and then just holding it, rotate it around until it's completely snug, all the way in, just like that. When it starts to stop, just give it a good tug, and that's tight enough. And then just repeat the same on the other side. Now we're going to install the base frame onto the body of the scoop. So the first thing you'll want to do is pull the plastic down, just exposing the scoop. You don't have to worry about taking more off. And then I'm going to turn it a little bit just so you can get a better, clear look at what I'm going to do. This piece that I told you to save, you can see has little cutouts. Those cutouts will help you support the tube. Watch this. Just take the tube. Now the key is, on the bottom of the tube it says notice, this side down. So make sure when you're installing it, because we're installing it upside down, that you do it this side up. So you'll be able to see that notice sign. And then just bring this little piece like this and it will hold the tube in place for you. Okay, so we're going to use the very long bolts, and you'll notice there's a washer there. One of the tricks is when you're trying to install this bolt, make sure you pinch the washer and the head together when you're holding it. What that will help you do is when you go to put the bolt in, the washer won't fall down as you're installing it. Okay, so let's take it over here. The next thing is lift the base frame just a little bit so you can see the bolt coming through, because you can get the bolt all the way through just like that. And then put it in the hole that's in the tube and just drop it down. Same process, pinching the two together, the bolt and the washer, slide it in there, drop it down, and like that. Then we're going to take the large tool, the silver one, and then we're going to just thread this in just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, until they're both snug. And then go back and just tighten the last little bit to make them very snug. You can turn the angle of this so you have a little more power, and then turn this until it's just snug like that on both sides. There you go. Those are nice and tight. So the next step is we're going to turn the scoop right side up. So what you do is remove this foam, turn it to the side, and then just tilt it down onto the back feet, and then just keep tilting it, lift it around just like that, and take the top foam off, and take the plastic off. Okay, last step. Let's install the pedals. Now you're going to take the small bolts, and they have a washer. So just make sure that yours has a washer on it. So washer and bolt. Then there's a hole in the pedal right here. We're going to slide that hole over the shaft, just like that. Then take the bolt with the washer and install it right into that slot right there. So we're installing this bolt in here. You're going to want to, with your hands, just thread it in a little bit, okay, just so it's in place. Then we're going to take the tool, this tool right here, the small one, and then put it into there and around a few times, just like that. And then you'll feel it get tight, and then just tighten it one last little bit, nice and tight, and then move to the next one. We'll finish up. Okay, so I've done the second pedal just like the first. Now you're basically ready to scoop. I just want to call out two really important things to you right now before you start. One, you'll notice here, place your foot here before pulling up on the strap. This is the strap. So if you put your foot here and pull up the strap will not make the pedal go sideways. So put your foot, lift this up, and slide in. Some of you won't need to do that. You'll be able to just slide in. And then the last point is there's a sticker on top that you're going to remove when you're ready to start. There's a computer underneath. But these instructions are the whole key to getting the maximum benefits from your scoop. You want to pedal it like a clock. Read through that and have a great time scooping.